Hi everyone, this is Amaris 25 of the Lee Williams Show, coming to you today with an informational video on how to maintain semi-permanent hair color. Now, I recently, about a month ago or so, posted a video on how I apply my semi-permanent hair color, and I wanted to go ahead and kind of give more detail because I was using a method that was kind of that I kind of stumbled upon from various websites, but the one that I use the most is ehow.com, and I use some other sources to come up with my method. And I was just kind of showing the method. I talked about the method, but I wasn't really explaining. So this video is going to be more about, some tips on how to maintain your semi-permanent hair color if you don't want to watch that video. This could help you as well. Alright, so I'm reading my notes. I have my water. I make videos late, so I'm tired, but I really want to get this video done. It has really been on my to-do list, so I need to get it done. So please bear with me. All right, so first of all, I rely on semi-permanent hair color because I am relaxed, and even though I'm 3 months post now, it's definitely time for a relaxer. I stretch my relaxers 3 months and it's time now. But I really don't want to use 2 chemicals on my hair because it had very damaging effects to my hair, and it caused all of my hair to be damaged. So since it took me, I've been on a healthy hair care journey for 4 years, and that was the result. That is what led me to my healthy hair care journey. I have been looking for alternatives to using permanent hair color. So I stumbled on this, like I said, on ehow.com, and so it's not going to be exactly from ehow.com, but the first thing that first tip that I will give is that when you apply your semi-permanent hair color, I believe that you should part your hair in 4 sections, and you should use an applicator brush. Also, one key tip is to let the hair color sit on your head for 25 after applying it all over your head, and you get it all over. So you want to start with your roots and kind of do your hairline last when you apply it. Any thing you need on how I actually did it, you can refer to the other video. But you want to leave it on your hair for at least 25 minutes after you fully applied it, with no heat. Okay. I think that this works best. So then after you let your hair, you let it sit on your hair for 25 minutes. I am really thirsty today. Then you let it, then you get under the hair dryer, hooded dryer, and you sit under the dryer for 45 minutes, okay? So that combination, I think, works best. I have resistant hair, gray. I am 38 years old. I just turned 38, but I was born with gray hair. Gray hair didn't start to become a problem for me until I turned about 27. I started to get gray hair around 24, where it was like past the point where I couldn't just pluck them out anymore. But about 27, that's when it got kind of outrageous. So I have a lot of gray hair, and I rely only on these semi-permanent rinses. And I'm putting my head down because I'm trying to show you my hair at the same time. And you can see, it's not perfect because it's some patches that are redder than others, but it's doing pretty good for me to be relying on semi-permanent hair color. So another tip that works for me that could also help you is I apply my semi-permanent rinse to dry hair. For me, it gives me better control. Okay, I can part my hair better and I can evenly apply it. And then also I make sure that my hair was either recently washed or not washed that day. Okay, because you don't want to, the irritation of the scalp, from applying it and then, from washing your hair and then applying it is quite a bit. So you want to, let some time pass, and that's okay. If you talk to people who dye their hair a lot with permanent dye, they will tell you it's better to apply to dirty hair. If they, if you ask them, I'm not sure if every hair beautician would agree. I know some agree, but that might be open for debate. But that is a good tip because the natural oil in your hair helps with the more smoother and even application. That's what I found. And actually, you can leave semi-permanent hair color in your hair overnight. First, you want to make sure it does not have any ammonia or peroxide, because semi-permanent hair color doesn't have those products. So just to be on the safe side, make sure you really do have a semi-permanent hair color. If it doesn't say it, then it's probably not semi-permanent. So you always want to be careful. And how you check the ingredients on the back. If it doesn't have ammonia or peroxide, then it is definitely semi-permanent, meaning it washes out in about 6 to 12 shampoos. So you can actually sleep with this in your hair overnight. You can put a plastic cap on, put a towel down, sleep with it in your hair overnight, and then wash it out in the morning. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend that because I tend to sleep wild. Sometimes I lose my scarf in the middle of the night, so I would hate to wake up and have dye all over my sheets and pillowcases. That would be not a good thing for me. So another tip that I found works is that when I finish, after I finish with the, allowing it to sit on my hair and then sitting under the hooded dryer, when it's time for me to rinse it out, I rinse it first primarily with cold water, and I rinse it to a point long enough for about 7 to 10 minutes, making sure I'm rinsing it out as much as I can, and I'm trying to rinse it clear as much as I can, right? And then I take a combination of the apple cider vinegar rinse, which I mix 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. Now you can use other types of vinegar. You can use white vinegar, brown vinegar, or I use the raw unfiltered organic brand of apple cider vinegar, Bragg's. You probably saw me with it many times on many videos because I love it. And it works for everything. So I take a mixture of 1/4 cup of the vinegar, mix it with 4 cups of cold water. Now that's the biggest difference. You don't want to use the hot water because actually the hot water actually pulls color from your hair, or warm water pulls color from your hair. That's why you rinse it with cold water, and then you do your apple cider vinegar rinse mixture with the cold water. Then I let that sit on my hair for 2 minutes. Okay. Then I rinse my hair. Now it's time for me to shampoo. This is actually the first time that I'm using shampoo in this whole process. So like I said, this is a new method for me as well. But and it is kind of complicated, but I have found that it's working. So I'm passing it on to you. Now, when I apply my shampoo, then I continue with whatever process that I have of doing my hair and styling it and everything. It's no different. So also, when I apply my hair rinse, I make sure that I deep condition. That is pretty key. Actually, it's highly recommended because it helps with color retention and it actually penetrates your strands better. So you want to do that, okay? So with every shampoo, I always deep condition. Now, after you do your rinse, and I use Miss Clairol's semi-permanent hair rinse, and I've been using that for 4 years, so I highly recommend it. And, you know, after you finish, you know, rinsing out your rinse and everything, you know, shampoo and deep condition, you know, you want to use a hooded dryer, or blow dryer or heat tools when it comes to styling your hair that day. It's highly recommended because they say that actually hair color, hair rinses are actually heat activated, so it's a good thing, you know, to use heat tools that day, or hooded dryer. You know, if you really don't want to use heat tools, maybe the hooded dryer is like, you know, a compromise. And okay, so now when it comes to, we're going to move on to the maintenance aspect of it. And I'm going to show some clips of me actually working on the maintenance part, because the first video was about how I apply it, and I'm using these steps as a guideline when I was doing my application. That's why it was kind of weird. Even for me, I have to be honest, it was. It didn't feel natural because, you know, I'm not in the habit of it. So, but I am definitely going to continue with that process. So when you're maintaining your color, now that's the trick, and that is why people just say, forget it, I'm going to permanent and take my chance, because maintaining semi-permanent is a pain. I don't like to wash my hair. I wash my hair on average every 2 to 3 weeks, unless I have some serious problems like an itchy scalp or something, then I might wash it once a week, or every, you know, almost 2 weeks, about 7 to 9 days. So, but for the most part, I'll wash it every 2 weeks, sometimes 3. And the main reason is, okay, I am lazy, honestly. I'm very lazy. I'm not even gonna lie, okay. But but the other reason that's really making me not want to wash it as much is the fact that my rinses, they run out, you know. So then I end up with this line, you know, the way I part my hair, with this line of gray cropping up, and so that is unsightly. I don't want it, and so that is another thing that prevents me from washing as much. But with these maintenance tips, hopefully I will be able to wash just as much as anybody. Maybe not, I mean, still every 2 weeks at least. But, you know, I won't be in fear of washing my hair, because I don't want all of the work that I do to maintain the hair color to go down the drain, literally. So, on your, when you're maintaining your hair color, what you want to do, you want to, number one, stretch your shampoo days. So, like I was saying, I'm not in a rush to wash my hair every week, or, you know, because of my schedule. And then when the days that I am off, I do not want to sit in my house with a sopping wet hair fighting with my hair. So that's not my idea of a good time. So that's why I don't like to wash my hair a lot, because it is work. It's a lot of work to do my hair. So what you'll see me doing in the video, I added some color to my shampoo and to my deep conditioner. Now the source that I used said that you should use, you know, take a tablespoon of the color and add, you know, a tablespoon to the shampoo bottle and a tablespoon to your conditioner bottle. But I didn't like that idea, because since, you know, I wasn't really familiar with this new process that I'm using, I didn't want to, you know, like ruin my shampoo. I mean, care, you know, that's $15. So I didn't want to do that. So I just separated it out and, you know, added it to the color. And when I washed my hair, I used the color tainted shampoo and conditioner. So when I first started, you know, I added the color, and then I applied my deep conditioner first. Now I was a little nervous because my deep conditioner, now I know if you mix deep conditioner to regular color, I know people do that to get pastel colors. And I did not want to end up with pastel colors. So I was a little nervous about adding it to my deep conditioner. But I wanted to deep condition my hair on dry hair. So that's why I employed this method. Plus, I didn't want to have to keep rinsing my hair out 100 times. So I did my deep condition on dry hair. And I had the color in it. And I was like, oh, shit. Because it was like, it was brown, but it was like the color of cake batter, you know, chocolate cake batter. You know how it looks kind of lighter, like a lighter brown. So I was like, oh Lord. But anyway, I continued with it, and I deep, you know, conditioned my hair. And, you know, I rinsed it out. Now it's good because you want to lock it into your strands. So it is best to also use it on use shampoo and conditioner for color treated hair. It actually is supposed to be more beneficial. Also, when you are getting in the shower and you don't want to get your hair wet, you know, wear a shower cap to, you know, prevent your color from fading or getting washed out. So another tip you want to do, well, let me backtrack. When you add or when you wash your hair with the color tainted shampoo and conditioner, okay, you can either use the quickie conditioner or the deep conditioner, but I was using the deep conditioner. So you want to leave it on your hair for a couple minutes, okay? So when I was deep conditioning my hair, you know, the color was in the deep conditioner, like I said before, and so I got under the hooded dryer and I let it, I sat under the dryer for 20 minutes. And, you know, after I rinsed everything out, then I used the shampoo, and I got a good lather. I'm really happy with the result. I washed my hair actually last night, so that's why I wanted to do this video and get it out the way before time passes. I wanted my hair to be fresh, and so, you know, I'm not going to take my hair down because I don't want to mess with it, but it's okay. It's not 100%. I would say I would give it a 98%, because I do see some gray strands. But the thing is, you know, if I would have left it on, you know, I didn't do like the initial application. Really, this whole thing of maintenance is really to keep your color refreshed, to keep it from looking dull and washing out. It's not, you're not totally doing your hair over again. So that's why, you know, I'm very happy with the results. I have some unevenness, and the unevenness is really attributed to my gray hair. It actually turns it red, which is better than gray. So I want to thank you so much for watching the latest edition of the Lee Williams Show. Please stay tuned. If you have any questions, feel free to leave comments below. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody too much. I will try to answer questions the best I can. And you have a fabulous day.